let's take a look on the PDF export settings from Revit. So I'm using now the Snow Dome Tower sample architecture file, and if I go to my file, export PDF, here I'm using the Revit 2024 version, so in previous versions the PDF export is different. But now we see these PDF export options, and we can either use the current window, which will get the view like this, or the visible portion of the current window. That means that if I now zoom out, it will print me all of this visible space in here. Let's go back to my PDF file. Or I can go with the selected views and sheets. Here you can see that I have some selection sets, and I can go and edit them here. So here is a set that I have created, and if I want I can duplicate it, save it, or create a new one. So let's create a new one, set 2. And I can either check all or go by checking one by one. Or I can just go and with shift selecting select them more. This is new in Revit 24. You were not able to do it before. The good thing here is this filter. If I do not want to select from 2D views and 3D views, and I want to only select from sheets, I can filter them out. And now I can choose the sheets I want. Let's go with my parking the guide on 1. Let's first floor to the 5th floor. So I can check them, and let's go with my building sections. So I will create a selection set like this. Now I can save the current set to use it later, or I can just select it to use it now. If I'm not happy with the print order, I can edit the print order here. If I check this, you can see that I can have my print order set by browser organization, or by sheet numbering, or manually. So if I go with the manual order, and let's say that I want to have first my building sections and then my floor plans, I can just select them and drop them at the end. So this way you can manually change the sheet order or the print order of the sheets in your selection. I will go back with what I've had because I'm happy with that. I will save this set. So this is my new set, and I will select it. For this example, I will go back with my set 1, which I have created before. And let's just now continue with the settings. So here I can select the file to be either combined into a single PDF file. If I check this will be one big PDF. If I uncheck this, I can go with separate PDFs for the sheets. So I will have, if in this set I have 21 sheets, I will have 21 PDFs. Then I can go and change the naming rules for these PDFs. This is really handy. It's this feature here. And as you can see, I have here my sheet number and sheet name. So you can go and just check from the parameters from the sheets, or from views, or from project information, which you want to include into the name of the PDF, which will be printed. So as you can see, I have my sheet number here, my separator, and my sheet name. So here in this preview, you can see that the name will consist of sheet number, dashed line, and sheet name. And sheet number and sheet name will be the values from the parameters from Revit. So I will leave it like this. This is my location to print it. You can change the location. Now for the size, you can either choose the one which you want, or you can use the sheet size, which is always better. The zooming I will leave like it is. Paper placement the same. Orientation will be automatically based on the title block. Appearance for the raster quality I will leave to high, and colors I want to print in color. Now this create output using vector processing, you should always use the vector processing, but sometimes the Revit needs to use raster processing by default, and it will force the raster processing. For example, if you are outputting views with shadows or point clouds and so on and so forth, it will use the raster processing even if you selected vector processing. And then there are a few options here, which is view links in blue, which says that if you have hyperlinks in your sheets or views, they will be blue. Hide reference work planes. So if you do not want to hide them from the template, but you do not want to print them, you can hide them from here, from options. The same goes with the unreferenced view tags. That means that the view tags that are not placed on the sheets and they are visible in the view will be hidden. Region as mask coincident lines is that if the masking regions or fill regions are coinciding with the lines, with other lines, they will cover them if you select this. Scope boxes, this will hide them, hide crop boundaries of the views, and you can replace halftone with thin lines. So this is the all setting. If you are happy with this, you can save your setting here with the save as, let's go, my PDF export. And this should save you the file name and those settings. So if I now hit export with this set 1, you can see that I have already made it. So I will go with no because it will take me some time. So I don't want to wait for this. But it will start to export those files. And at the end of the export, you will get the PDF files. Okay, and now for the best thing, if you have your PDF files already printed, which you probably didn't know, is that if I go now into my first floor plan, this is the PDF file, and I zoom in here to some of my sections, you can see that these settings to print the links in blue, now this is blue because of that. You can see that the cursor changed to a hand, and that means that this is a hyperlink, and I can use it to navigate between my sheets, even though they are not in a single PDF file. The only condition is that they need to be in the same folder to be able to work. So if I now go here with my A302 and I click it, you can see that it will give me the warning, and if I will say yes, now you can see that I was able to jump from one PDF file to another PDF file with this hyperlink from Revit. So this is cool because the same way as you could do this in Revit, you can do this actually in PDF files. So you can go much more easily between your PDFs. And the views which are not printed, or the sheets that are not printed, as for example this one here, A405, you can see that there is no link, so I cannot jump to that one. So that is all with the export to PDF from Revit.